They've developed a multifunctional bathroom. Privacy, I don't know what the fuck I'm reading.
I wonder what the fuck the real dialogue is.
What the fuck is this thing?
All of the windshield, for fuck's sake.
Oh, fuck. What the fuck did I say?
That didn't sound for shit, did it?
And here, under the hood, we've stored something that'll really come in handy if it doesn't fall out and break my leg. Ah! What we're doing is we're building a fucking industrial film. Trying to give these guys everything they can get to me. And that's it. Fuck it. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. We suppose we open... Got to do it again, right now. Oh, fuck. 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 Oh, fuck. Shit. Tony, do me a favor, will you please? Will you? Will you do me a kindness?
Leave.
Yeah.
I think I want to be walking in and out if you're going to fuck up and I got to come back.
I don't make any difference to me at this juncture. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Tony. Don't slam the fucking door. No more. Listen, I've got to give a clue here now. I don't want any more bullshit anytime during the day from anyone. That includes me. It's going to be very hot. It's going to be very uncomfortable for everybody. Want anybody yelling. We get anybody yelling around here anymore today, and then the shit is going to hit the fan.
And they fit the diverse needs of a very big fern, and they fit the needs of a very diverse buyer segment. Why can't I remember? I wrote this stuff. Why can't I remember it?
Why don't I say it fucking right?
What does the goddamn line say, Tony? What is the goddamn line? I don't give a shit what the line is.
I fucked up the word rear. I can't even read the fucking VO straight.
What the fuck was that?
We got flies all over the fucking place. Son of a bitch. Get out of here, you fucking flies. There's a fly over the headlight, Tony. We got flies coming for us. Fuck. Fuck out of here, you flies. We got 3 flies, 5 flies. And if you will, make sure, if you will, we don't have that fly on the left side, on the passenger side, because we don't have that in frame, but make sure we don't have any flies here. And we don't have any flies. Here we go.
Get out of here, you goddamn jackass. I gotta read it again because my mind is just a piece of shit this morning.
God, I can't fucking make my mind work.
Tony, give me a towel for just a minute, please.
That...
I'm blinded by that fucking hot light. Goddamn son of a bitch! What do you mean, I'm gonna fall off the fucking thing? Fuck. Just keep running. Bullshit. I'm gonna slate this fucker.
All right, I haven't got time to mark this motherfucker.
Here we go again. We can't hear anybody. Nobody can talk to anybody.
Still speeding.
Well, turn the fucking thing off, you dumbass. And I'd like to kick your fucking head in. Meet innovation. Money. Fuck. Not even funny anymore.
Son of a bitch!
Jesus Christ.
Fuck!
Holy shit. Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ.
Fuck!
Shit. Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck.
Shit.
Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ.
Fuck off!
What the hell's the line?
Shit!
What the fuck is it? Can't remember the goddamn line. The accoutrement that you will need. Accoutrement? What is that shit?
I don't know, shit. It's just all gone. I get so goddamn diuretic when I sit here, and my mouth just never stops. For 1989, each individual storage compartment has this controlled light that you can put up your fern if you want to. How's that?
What shot is it?
Oh, shit. What did I do? Did I walk through it?
It's going to be very helpful in keeping you from falling down, you big dumb son of a bitch. Your disturbing what's left of my brain. Yeah, but my mind is such shit. To say nothing of the flies in my head. Got a fly in my mouth, and every fucking other thing happens. If I knew what the rest of the line was, then I would be in good shape. It's amazing how I just dabble. Uh-oh. I guess my mind is going again.
My body is dismembered.
Hello. Well, hello, everybody. Dark Horse Live, episode 169. It's good to be back here. Honestly, I'm trying to put out content weekly for the past little while, and we're running into some roadblocks. So we did the Daz Night Owl drop show, and we caught a strike, which put us in trouble for 2 more weeks couldn't go live. Last week I was feeling a little under the weather. So yeah, we haven't really, I don't know, we're out of YouTube jail once again. But with that said, I just did it because I have a bad feeling. But yeah, since we have 2 strikes on YouTube, at any moment we can get our 3rd strike and our channel will disappear. So I made a secondary YouTube, Dark Horse Genetics 2.0. So at Dark Horse Genetics 2.0, give us a follow on that one in case we disappear overnight. I put it on the ticker down below. If you're trying to find it, you can copy it off of there. But yeah, sorry, for some reason we're having trouble with YouTube. So yeah, give us a follow on the secondary channel in case this channel goes down, potentially right after this show. So that's where you find us. We'll keep going. Even if the channel goes, we'll come right back. But with that said, we have an awesome show tonight. I've got one of my really good friends. I'm kind of surprised we've never had him on the show before. We've never had you on the show before, right?
We talked about it about 2 years ago when you had mentioned something about doing a legit back cross with the banner.
Okay. Well, still, I've never made an appearance on this show, so I'm shocked that I actually haven't had my friend on the show for this long. But ladies and gentlemen, Meows Trap Seeds, who's an excellent breeder here. I've met in Denver, Colorado, but he's got his own story, and we'll hear it tonight. But yeah, really, really good dude. There's probably about 5 people I'd count on one hand that I consider a good dude left in the industry, and this guy's one of them. So without further ado, let's just bring him in, ladies and gentlemen. Meows Trap Seeds. Do you want to? I'll fix this a little bit. Do you want me to just keep it Mousetrap? Or you want me to tell him your name or what?
Oh no, I can tell my name. That's fine.
Go ahead.
Mean, I don't really show my face that much, to be honest with you. I'm a social guy, but you know, like many of us, kind of are chill and everything. But my name is Tim Mayford. So. And then
slide that water bottle out of the way. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to clean this up, everybody. It looks a little shitty, but we're getting it better for you. Yeah, go ahead. First of all, tell us like your story. I always ask people that come on the show, take us back to the beginning. I'm always curious about everyone's like origin story to cannabis.
For sure.
I mean, like, how did you get introduced to cannabis? And tell us where you're from, kind of how you got here. But you can take as much time as you want. But yeah, start slow. So like,
dude.
What did you?
Yeah. Hey, I'm all about transparency. So and again, I ain't got shit to hide. So, so I grew up or I was actually born in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and mom and dad, my sister Tammy is a year older than me, and then my mom and dad's name Tom and Jerry. So
no shit.
Cool shit. Yeah. Growing up, you know, my dad just like rode dirt bikes. You know, typical Michigan dude would tell me that. You know, yeah, I would go to the RCA theater in Detroit, and I would have the weed in my boot, and you know, and they would have to go across the border, I guess, to get booze and stuff, like early on because of the drinking age in Canada was lower and stuff. So. And then hearing stories about like when my mom and dad started dating, and my dad telling me that yeah, when your mom was like burning one, she would like have like the, you know, sock on the door or whatever, you know, shit like that. So, but
so your parents were stoners, but you're saying,
no, yeah, kinda. You know, growing up on the west side of Michigan and everything, and you know, there's a lot of good people from there still, and a lot of good stuff still coming out from everywhere. But yeah, just chill. My dad worked for Myers, big, grocery store there, and all that stuff. And then like in 1981, I want to say we moved down to Florida.
Okay.
So we had my grandparents, both sets, moved down.
It's like a great time to move to Florida.
Dude,
by the
like
year.
everybody did that then. There were so many people. Like I called it like it was just like a revolving door almost. Like you would see so many people. You'd have a lot of relatives move down, and like I had cousins that moved down, and then for a year or two, and
I was just speaking in relation to cannabis, though. I mean, in early 90s, Florida was like
that was still brickweed, man. Like all that shit, and I'll get to that. Like all this name shit, like in the fucking dude. This is like Well,
what were you smoking at that time? Like, what was your first bag in Florida that you remember?
Okay,
how old were you when you moved to Florida? Like you're getting your teenage
no,
years?
this okay. So yeah, so four or five.
young.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. 4 or 5. I moved to Florida. So and then we moved to Palm Beach County. So, wonderful Palm Beach County, which you hear all these stories about, and, pretty funny. But anyway, so yeah, we moved there. Had grandparents that lived in Lantana, so the south end of the county and everything. I ended up going to Boynton Beach Elementary down there, and got kicked out of there, 3rd grade, went to another one, and then at that time, we lived in a mobile home park, so that's a lot of character gets built there, man. Like, and again, like, I can roll with anybody. I lived and saw so much stuff down there, and really, you want to talk about that's probably the first place outside of maybe aunts, uncles, and shit like that, which I heard about later. But walking around the trailer park, like 1984, I can even tell you, me and my friends launch ramp. And listening to Van Halen and shit, and like the adults, like a couple trailers down burning. You always knew it, Mexican brickweed, always, always, and So going forward, friend's dad, old Vietnam vet. You would always he smoked, but the old film canisters. Dudes always used to. So he always looked in there like, oh man, fucking seeds, or is there bud in there? Like, oh man. And what we would do was try to get like the butts and like, do that. And again, yes, I did do the can, which, everybody did the can.
Everybody smoked out of a can.
Yeah.
We're not proud of it.
No, I mean, I may have saw a buddy in Oklahoma do that lately, and that was pretty funny.
In traveling in a pinch,
a
can has been used in my life. I'm not going to say like I'm proud of that moment, but yeah, go to an Apple if that's at all possible, but the can will work. But yeah, continue, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, running into the dudes I went to high school with, and when I was working at Publix and produce, and they were buying apples because they needed the smoke out of it. Yeah. I believe that. So, but anyways, being around that, middle school, hanging out with a buddy, and walking through the woods and seeing a pot plant, we're like, ooh, cool. It was pretty big, probably about 2-3 feet. Not knowing male, female, any of that shit. No one knew that, but I think we were dicks and like pulled it up, so which was kind of fucked up.
Ripper.
Ripper, right out of that like nice tannic pine, like sandy, like Palm Beach County soil. But
so take me forward a little bit to like when you start actually growing a plant.
Okay, so high school. Again, probably started smoking weed right after high school. I can tell you exactly where. Was buying it then, go to college, went to college in North Carolina, and still smoking bud, but, it was still like just pipeline, pipeline, Mexican brickweed, shit like that. So growing, I'll be 50 this year, so got to go back. I've been here like 10 years. I worked for Verizon down in Florida for about 11. About halfway through that, another hobby I had was DJing and shit. And this all selection, programming, all this shit, just like all these little, tools, all kind of, go to gardening and everything. So same thing with DJing, same thing with growing. I just got tired of fucking, dealing with the same shit. I wanted variety. Granted, dude that was growing the shit, cool. But again, me being impatient, rather, not knowing how long it takes a new variety. So what do? Hey, I'm going to go out to Colorado. So luckily during that time, Reserva Privada was going on. So I got lucky. I came out here.
It was through the clinic, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That and DNA.
Yeah.
So the LA Con. So I ended up getting, which I'll probably mispronounce it, Halawe.
Okay, yeah.
And what else was it? Oh, Glass Slipper. The original Glass Slipper. Of course, there's two of them, but this one was better. So, ended up getting, bringing those back. Came out here as a weed tourist for the first time. Came out here for a couple of days, drove around. Really just to validate a lot of strains and shit. That's shit that I did once I came out here. But anywho, so bring those back, get those going. Dude finds like two phenos of each. And what I've found in fucking with their genetics from the clinic, you usually have two phenotypes, and dominantly. So cool. He ended up calling one Grady Judd, which is the sheriff down in Pasco County.
Okay. I don't know if you want to troll a sheriff with a straight name, but it's fucking also kind of low-key genius.
Yeah, there's a lot to that story too. So, but anyway, it was really good. I kind of I wanted to see what LA Con was about, because at that time, High Times is nothing but Playboy for all you motherfuckers in these states where it's illegal. I'm sorry,
And the Affy, I remember the Affy. I was really curious.
Yeah,
about
see, again, that was in there. So, luckily I acquired those genetics, and just like many other people, I was getting shit from Attitude. But I got tired of the stealth delivery shit and and then hearing just the whole white label thing, and I just so that's when I sought out stuff here,
Sure.
Got those going. Now dude had Pure Kush. I got to grow Pure Kush, OG Kush, Skywalker. I got to grow a lot of really good stuff. I love Pure Kush. Whatever one, it is. Malibu Pure Kush, I really like. I really, really like that. But, I smoked pounds of that. I'm trying to think, Double O seeds. Chocolate Kush, I grew that, and it was supposed to be like Mazar and something, and I was just I was getting pissed because I was finding so many lime phenos. Sure. And then I come out here and motherfuckers are like, lime, really? And I'm like, dude, seriously? That's I found that so much, but just falling in love with the plant and everything. Rocking 2 tents, coming home, working 60 hours a week, 6 days a week, until 7 at night, and then coming home, straight showering, going in, fucking with my plants, and then coming out and, seeing my wife and my dogs and everything. And then, eventually, I was doing good. I can't complain. It's just that it may have been a midlife crisis. I was like, dude, we need to get the fuck out of here. And by that time, my wife had lived in Atlanta, New York, and stuff. So it wasn't hard to convince her.
You had told me, I think this is what you're leading to, but you had told me something kind of wild when I first met you, which was you had left I don't want to say it, but you had left a really stable gig and a high-paying job to come to Colorado to grow cannabis in the industry. And to me, that's knowing what we know now, it's holy shit. But it seems crazy. But yeah, is that kind of where you're going? It's you made a decision to leave pretty good deal to go to Denver?
I don't know, man. I just I don't know. It's just weird. It just with, life shit, just compounding, which which just can be another story about the dogs and everything, spending, tens of thousands of dollars on a neighbor's dog.
Yeah.
And me with 2 fucking pounds in a gunny sack, and dude not wanting to fuck with it because that's going to fuck up his connect.
Yeah.
And me going what do I do with this, dude? What do I do with this? Well, you're a saint for saving the dog. No shit. But dude, bro, I got all this weed. Not only that, but, helping people out, giving them a fucking a muffin or something, and then sitting there watching the Lightning in the playoffs, and you get a phone call and, hey, this is so-and-so. Yeah, how can I help you? Yeah, your friend's here. And okay, yeah. I don't know what he's talking about. And I got a fucking, full room at my house, and I'm going, should I get home and cut it? Should I
Yeah.
go home and cut it?
You get these
Should I
code
go home
reds
and cut
through
it?
life sometimes.
So yeah, dude, we've all been through it, guys. So if you want to tell me about, dragging bags down Colfax or whatever, or like, dude, we've all been through it. We've all been through it. We've all been fucked over. And, I've met people that told me that in the beginning. So it's like, it's just part of the game. And Jason and I talk about this all the time. This is truly masochist.
Yeah. I mean, there's no room for nice guys in cannabis really anymore at this point. I mean, there was a good old boy network, and it really was a cool thing. But when I'm talking specifically industry and maybe specifically Colorado, but like it gets pretty fucking cutthroat and crazy and nasty. And like you talk about doing favors and stuff, and it's just kind of one of those things where you sort of have to check yourself now and be like, I got to pull back on the favors. I got to pull back on all this shit because it's just like, I don't know. You got to let the shit shake out of the tree a little bit, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that a lot in Oklahoma, with them. And, I have a lot of great hash makers in Oklahoma. A lot of good people out there, and the ebb and flow of the business. We've seen it here recently, which, I just shared that with you. Our neighbors are checking out. Evidently, there was another one, Pure something, like she's checking out. There's a lot of turnover. I mean, and as you very well know, this is a tough business, a very tough business. And it's just not, just in what a lot of people need to understand is just to get your shit started, dude, you're fucking behind, man. And you haven't even, pulled your first harvest.
Well, I mean, you're like multifaceted because you're passionate about the plant and you're a breeder, but you also work in the industry as a skilled person. So you touch all sides.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're kind of insulated in a way from that, whatever. But I guess what I would ask is, and I don't mean to be rude with this, but
No.
Do you regret it? Like, do
Absolutely
you regret
fucking not,
coming
dude.
to Colorado to work in the industry
Dude,
after it
absolutely
collapsed?
not. You know what, guys? I mean, I was working at Verizon and I was making good money. And there was plenty of recessions and shit. I saw my 401k, boo-hoo, go bye-bye. And I busted my fucking ass. I busted my ass there, And, and I was able to buy a house. I was able to, have groceries, when you can go and spend $200 and it's like, cool, man. And you still got your bills paid and, stuff like that. Do you think about it? Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, you always think about it. I mean, it's the same with jumping in and getting involved with the license. Do you think about that? Yeah, you do. But, there's risk in everything. But, I mean, I've always taken a lot of risks. Honestly, I mean, I played sports too and shit like that. So, I mean, and I've done a lot of dumb shit as a teenager, stealing cars and shit like that. Never got caught, but I told on myself. And that was, luckily just was able to, may have moved up to Tampa by then, but, get out of that situation. Yeah, a little bit, sports help, but, and it still goes to like, this, dude, I go off on tangents, when I talk to motherfuckers about growing, and I have so much free time, really. And I'm bad about scheduling my time, but like, yeah, I don't regret it though. Not at all. I don't think my wife does. And really, we came out here because Tyson, we had a boxer, he was sick, he was the one. And I was like, dude, we got to get out of the heat. We came out here and maybe got like another good fucking year out of them, man.
Nice.
That was fucking rad.
Yeah,
so,
nice.
and again, getting out of your comfort zone. This industry, like I heard it so much when I came out here, so much. We could come in and the doors are closed. Like the same shit happened at Verizon, like I was on the chopping block because everything was by seniority. So I could have came in and by seniority I was gone because they kept on cutting people. So, it's like coming out here, nah, dude, it's like whatever, just come in. And the thing is what a lot of people don't realize, this job is not fucking easy. You know how hard it is to run a garden, and we all talk about it. It's awareness, intuition, smelling. Like, yeah, I mean, like
There's
everything.
There's a lot to it.
Dude, there's so much to it, and how like, and it's a team thing, Granted, yes, like in my garden, do I do collabs? Yeah. But at the end of the day, like I've given people pollen, or I've like right now doing the collab with Don, super loud. So, and he just washed Whopper. Didn't wash too well, but whatever. I mean, you smoked it. The shit's cool.
It's good.
It's cool. And thank you, Michael in Oklahoma, for that cut. We did the Tradesy. I gave them those seeds back at the Jeans and Tea event that Matt and James threw. My buddy, the Squisherman, which did you?
I haven't tried that one.
They got a triple burger that's bomb, dude. That's bomb.
Let me pivot real quick because I don't know
Absolutely.
that most people probably don't know this, but you have the best stickers of anyone I've ever seen, and also the best shirts, the best yeah, you're wearing one now. Like, you can show her off. I don't. Where does the creativity come from all of this? It literally, you have shit that cracks me up. I have shirts that you've given me that are upstairs in my closet right now, like the Dumb and Dumber shirt, and it's like some of these shirts, and I'm just like, oh, I'm keeping this. I'm wearing, like, this one goes immediately in the collection. But you have a good eye for shirts, and you're not really, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, you're not really like making money on shirts, selling stickers.
No, we've talked about that.
You know,
it's
dumping
like
money into a hobby that you're actually good at.
Yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Talk about your creativity with your merch and your shirts,
And
and
now,
your
like,
stickers, and
especially with South Park. You know, dude, you don't get South Park until you fucking live here. And good lord, you know, just everything, and it's really cool. So you know, I like that show a lot, so I've used that. You know, I had a guy the other day when I was at 7-Eleven. I had the Beavis and Butthead one, and he's like, "Oh, Beavis and Butthead, old school, cool." And I was like, "Thanks, man." But you know, just again, paying homage to artists and stuff that I enjoy, and hopefully, you know, not trademark infringement, Dave, but you know, things like that, and. Yeah, just, you know, keeping it light. You know, people dig that shit. People dig the swag, you know. We're in a world of Mylar bags and fucking gelato and middlemen, and, you know, people like trying to dictate a market that really, you need to listen to the growers, guys. You need to listen to the growers.
Let's talk a little bit about your breeding. So, best strains. I think we have some pictures and stuff to show a little bit for you, but like, take me through kind of the hits or your practices or kind of whatever you want to talk about. But you have lines of seeds, and excellent breeder, excellent work, excellent line work. Like, you know what you're doing. I don't think you're widely distributed or anything, but you're like a diamond in the rough. You want to kind of talk about it a little?
So a little side story to that. I did have some genetics, Bess, on a website that got shut down. So, you know, that's a whole nother story. So, Leo. And but yeah, you know, really, I just wanted to bring things that people like. You know, the cannabis highway is so large, dude, between just all the strains, and I just wanted to really have good stuff. Some of the first stuff the first strains I grew, I can tell you that too. So TR seeds. So Dude came out here to the Cup in 14, I think, when all that stuff happened at the Capitol and all that, the last time the Cup was here, but got some seeds. So he got TR seeds, and he got rare dankness. So
Terra Rojo?
Yep.
Oh, no shit.
And that's the Money Pug's Life I got going, remember?
Okay, yeah, I remember you talking about this. Is the same thing.
Yeah. And I believe Money Mike was involved with that because I had to go back on, and I was on IC Mag. I've been on the boards and stuff like that, which those are cool. But yeah, anyways. But yeah, so had those. I ended up starting in a 3-gallon spider bucket. So those, and then had a big ass male, but unfortunately didn't know about curing and stuff, but cut it and it got mold, blah, 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 blah. Where was it going? Okay, so breeding wise, so when I got out to Colorado, the first thing I wanted to do was get acclimated to the growing conditions. So I went to Kind Love. I got 3 strains. I got DJ Short's Blueberry. I got the Remedy, like L7 or something. It's been renamed. The CBD strain. And
R7?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And then something else. So anyway, so I grew those to see if I could actually, you know, grow and stuff. And they were really pretty plants. But again, I hadn't tuned in because learning a lot, like, you didn't talk about that. Like, I went to grow stores down there, and you talk about your tomatoes and shit like that. And granted, you know, I'd help people down there, but it wasn't open. And that's why I came out to Colorado, because I wanted to be able to talk about this shit and not be like, shh.
Right.
You know, when I talk about super cropping amongst 2 people in a house, and dude's like looking at me like, and I'm just like, come on, man, share the knowledge, you know. But so breeding wise, came out here, started doing that. I think the first thing that I did was I got a pack of Rude Boy OG from Archive, so bought that. And so there was a dude I was working with over at Native, real talented kid, fucking smart. So I had a Solace Tech light in Dallas. So I was like, yo, I'll fucking give you this if you pop these. And so he ended up popping it, got 2 females and a male. I ended up taking the male. The females were good. The one and now I don't know if there was two phenos. The one he grew was good, but the one he gave us had more terpene in it. So I think more face off, so cool. But my buddy ran that for a couple years. So took that male, and then at that time I was talking with a dude somewhere like down south in the mountains. You know how we all, just talk with people and still remember names and stuff and remember situations. But I ended up getting TKBX2, which I think was a Rado cut, and Alien Orange cookies from them. So that was going around at that time.
Obsolete.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. That was a good one. And I was talking with La Plata about that too, about how great it was to grow that. But so I ended up hitting that, and then I made like Paul OG or whatever. And of course, the name thing goes that you don't name it until it goes to an F2 or at least F3, but like whatever. So so did that. I'm trying to think of everything that I do, I try to put on Seed Finder. Transparency is kind of big with me, Of course, you're not going to know everything that's going on, but of course, if I don't feel it's fit to breed, and again, I do small selections, but at the same time, if this thing's so damn PM prone, like the last thing I want to do is hit it with something, Alien Orange cookies. Yeah, but, yeah, I mean, and as far as like, I don't really have like anyone in particular that I grow a lot of Bodhi. I like Bodhi, his stuff. I've grown a lot of his ADHE13 hash plant stuff. Skunk House, of course. Thank you, Skunk House. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, dude. I'm giving away the Tickleburger F2s, which I made those as freebies with the collaboration that I did with my buddy Matt when he used the male that I used for garlic golden grapes, which was buddy here in my here popped a garlic breath pack I had. We ended up with 2 females. One was like a GMO pheno. The other was an OGKB. OGKB didn't really put out many seeds, and I didn't dry them right. So, but unfortunately, the other ones though, which I still have a whole bunch, that was the first plant I grew outdoor. So first or second, because I did grow Poochie Love from Fletcher Outdoor, which dog shit times face off, which that's a cool one too. And what was really neat with that was the first time I actually saw, because my buddy gave me that cut. I sold him that pack, and the way he grew it indoor and the nutrients and stuff, like it popped.
Changed
and I was
it.
like, oh, it was like cool, to see how
difference,
same clone, same genetics.
I threw something on the screen. It's a
That's
shot
a Whopper.
You showed me, but I
Yeah,
figured
that's a Whopper.
This is one of your creations, if you want to.
Thank you, Skunk House. That's Tangy Cookie Burger. It's an F2 selection that I made. And like for me, like when I'm breeding, sometimes if I get like a horseradish terp, like when it's chucking and stuff, I'm like, oh, this shit's gonna be good. So ended up selecting, I think I had, of course, it's small hunt, just 2. But again, if you fuck with good genetics, generally speaking, you're going to get good results.
Usually wins, yeah.
Yeah, again, you may have to work it a few generations, but of course, everyone's scope or, expectations varies as well. But again, if you're interested in that breeder, the genetics, if you do enough research, if there is that transparency, if you can see pictures, if you possibly can smoke it, if it has medicinal benefits, whatever it is. But so, this is the cut I got from Mike. He grew it beautifully. I was like, dude, I got to get that. I got to get that, man. So got it back. It doesn't test the highest. I think it's like 16.9 or something. But at the end of the day, fuck your THC numbers, because it's got terps.
Yeah.
It smells like pickle, dude.
I was gonna say,
and it leans a
one.
little of the Larry too, because you're like, dude, I kind of like that. I was like, man, there may be some Larry, but again, I don't know. That looks like animal cookies. I mean, it's just good weed.
Yeah, it's like got real pickle in there though, for real.
Yeah, like dill. Like the only other one I've ever fucked with like that was kosher. So if y'all got a good kosher cut, hold on to that, because like kosher's bomb, of course, which you've used it as well.
Oh yeah.
So
I love kosher. You got tent here.
This is the pickle driver. So this is going back to, what was it, the Secret Stash a couple years ago. Colorado had some clones available. I wanted the banana butterscotch, but a little out of my budget, but still, affordable and understandably because it's a breeder's tool. But he had this for like $250, the Sunday driver. So I was like, I'm fucking with that, because good shit. So grew that out, gave that out to a couple people, and I think I did the most work with it. Like I grew it like twice, but I had 6 plants in a 2-gallon under 330 watt LED and fucking pulled 9 ounces of smokable flower. I was like, damn. And it stretched too. But again, like I fell in love with it. Like grape pies, what's up, but it did have that Fruity Pebbles OG, which I loved that as well. So I ended up taking that. I did a hunt with 2 males, and I generally try to clone to kill them to see, if they're going to hang around. And unfortunately, with the number 5 and the number 1 cut, which the number 5's in the middle, the number 1's in the left corner there, which they had sandy trikes too. But they just didn't clone well. So but yeah, I mean that's 200-300 watt lights, just like 2-gallon cocoa, man. And the expressions that I think I got out of the 5, out of the parents and stuff, is really cool.
Oh yeah,
it's just really cool. And I have 3 phenos moving on. One of them almost has like a dosy to it, and that number 6 has that, and that like Crayola crayon, which I say like maybe cookies. Like the only other one, Amnesia Haze, has that kind of. But like it had that on the back end. But it's cool to see, the expressions in the parents, and just I kind of wanted to wait to come on so we could smoke those, but you'll get samples. So I had people hitting me up, and I was like, that's cool. So, and hopefully I'll be doing some work maybe to get a cut into like tissue culture, kind of that's like coming up, and that's cool. It's becoming more affordable for, and I guess I can say smaller people like myself. And just like it's cool, man, getting a clean mother back,
right,
every 3 months, and especially if you're in a production environment, with everything that you gotta deal with. But and then like right now, so I've got, like we mentioned, TR seeds before. I ended up buying from Rado a TR seeds pack, Money Pug's Life.
Okay.
That was something I had my eyes on even back then. So I think I may have had it and popped it and just didn't do anything with it, or I saw that pack. So I have a male of that, 2 females, and then I popped a Jilly Bean Black Cherry. So I've grown Jilly Bean a couple times. Love it, love it, love it. The pheno I got in Florida, it was Chinese orange chicken and a fortune cookie. Dude, it was so choice, so choice. And it was funny, I came out here and worked for Native Roots. They had a cut, but I worked with the guy there, and he's like, dude, I had that same cut. So I don't know if it was a candy store pheno or whatever, but that was good weed. So yeah, I really like that a lot. And then some of the ladies I have right now, my buddy Don gave me clones. I have, I think, pickle driver number 2 or 3 in there, and then I have the Money Pug's Life, and then I'll make an F2 of the Jilly Bean Black Cherry with one of the females. Lemon Ume, which is good. That's like shoving a lemon parfait up your nose from Bloom, and like it burning. Lime zest. I have Don's The Loudest, which you've had, the Medellin Cinnamon cookies, which is fucking good.
Yeah,
like
The Loudest is one of my favorites.
It's a legit 30%er if you're looking for that. It washes. It. My wife came down to the basement when I was in my, lazy boy that day, and oh my God, what's that smell? And I was like, you really don't get that. And I was like, hold on a minute. I was like, is that it? And she's like, yeah. I go, that's the weed, dude. And she's like, whoa. And she's got a good sniffer. She likes the goat. She likes the fresh smells. I grew Reba and fainting goat from the clinic, and Reba was beautiful. A good medicinal plant. I was fortunate to have a dude that I knew, and I ended up giving that to him, and he said, man, that was some of the best bud that I ever had. And I was like, that's fucking, and really, Jason, that's when, every harvest, or like every once in a while, you come across people and they're like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And in the end, man, fuck the money, dude. Fuck the money. You have people about the money, and you see people like that just making S1s and turning and burning.
It happens at trade shows sometimes that people walk up and just genuinely want to thank you for like helping them with some ailment or something like that, or even just being the flavor that they've been after forever, or giving them the plant that they've been in search for or whatever. And it does feel really fucking good when someone's just like, you don't understand what this does for me, or it's like, okay, that's fucking really fucking awesome. And it does make you feel good. It's really cool.
Dude, I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, and even right now with Ray Odie, Homegrown Natural Wonders, what's going on with him? You know, get better, Ray. You know, I threw up a Bodie pack up on Seeds Here Now auction. Thank you, James Bean, for doing that for him. And you know, that's the community's small, and you know, legacy guys like that. You know, I was fortunate to you know, meet Mel Venetics, and she really, you know, let me in on a lot of stuff, and I was able to grow her genetics as well and learn about Buckeye Purple, and you know, the reason why she made it for her husband and for his back pain and stuff, and those purple strains, and you know, truly understanding those purple strains, which like I grew what was it, Unicorn Milk from Bodie, which was another purple strain. And yeah, that Mother's Milk 31 is something special too, man. That thing's cool.
Let's talk about the industry real quick. You don't have to if you don't want, but you've worked at a lot of places. Like,
oh, I'll name them.
Yeah,
I don't care. I mean, and again,
worked?
you know, there's always positive and negative, you know, aspects of the industry. But at the end of the day, it's about learning the plant, learning strains. I'm all about the strains.
As I said, you're in a unique position though to kind of talk about what it's like to be like an industry long timer. You know what I mean? Like, you've been through several places.
I got a
several
couple
bosses,
badges,
several owners. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you've seen
yeah.
the good, the bad, the ugly. I think you're at a pretty good spot now, but we can kind of take us through it if you want.
Oh,
You
no.
don't have to,
I mean,
like,
I can
shit
tell
talk
you every
anybody,
single
but you
place
can-
that I worked at, and I'll give shout outs to people because you know how small this industry
Yeah.
is. And again, and so when I came out here, you know, funny story, and I didn't get hired there, but I went over to Mayflower Extracts. So I'm walking through and talking with the dude there. He was like, I don't know, like consultant. And he's telling me about his accolades. I'm like, cool, you know, and sit down and talking with them. And I even before I went and interviewed there, you know, and again, the kid on the phone fucking told me I was overqualified. And I go, dude, I've grown at my house for 2 years. I'm like, what are you talking about? You know, and that kind of leads to the thing, me talking too much. And it's like, what, intimidation, dude? No, it's like passion. So, you know, talked to a few people, and then was going to go the hemp temp route. You know, Ryan was real cool, met him. He was from Tampa. So, you know, right before that, I'd interviewed at a couple places. So I went over to Native Roots. So, and again, I was fortunate to work in their mothership, which is their humongous, like, 500,000 square foot warehouse. I was there before they put the MIPS on to the building and everything. I mean, beautiful building, you know, retrofitted like a lot of the buildings that we have around here. When I started off there, it's kind of like you go in and, you know, whatever, start on the, I don't know what the teams are, but it's like the caste system. That's not good. But, and Game of Thrones. But, so anyway, so I was fortunate to be put on the clone team. So again, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll do that, dude. So, you know, they had like these dry and cure rooms, which were pretty big, almost as big as, you know, probably the basement. And we had the tables in there. We would go in, you know, take care of their mothers, do the pruning, take the cuts. So the coolest shit ever was my buddy, who was like a assistant manager, was like, bro, we had to cut your fucking clones out of the tray. I'm like, that's what's up. I'm like, that's cool. And, you know, you get so acclimated to it, you know, and working in veg, working in flower, learning, you know, just the clean techniques, you know, staying your damnedest amongst thousands and thousands and thousands of plants to, you know, taking showers, things like that, learning about the chemicals that you use and things like that, which pesticides mostly, 25B, and then you have your EPAs and stuff, and ozone machines when they leave them on, and you come in the morning and you're like, But so, you know, I worked there for a bit, worked on that, and then I was put into Bay, did that, got to work with some really great genetics, really great people. after that, kind of left there. I don't know. It was time to leave. Left there. I'm trying to think where the fuck I was. Did grow wise. Worked at a little kind of little grow and worked there for a couple days, and that just didn't work out. Sometimes that happens. Interviewed at a whole bunch of different places, which is cool. You get to meet like people and kind of learn their things. But then I bud tended as well, which I really fucking enjoyed that.
I didn't know you did that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I love that. Yeah, man, that's so fun because, dude, who's your best bud tender? The fucking pothead, man. Yeah. Like the manager would get pissed. Bro, I learned how to like roll 2 blunts from Del Mar to fucking Broadway every day on 8th. Driving my F-150. Like I would burn down, man. Chief up, get ready, go in and just have a lot of fun. I saw a fuckload of 14er weed.
Sure.
A whole bunch of stuff, But just learning, the different businesses.
So you were bud tender at 14er?
No.
Oh.
No, that it was at
14ers.
It was Red Eye. Yeah, one of Gabe's spots. It's down on Broadway across from McDonald's.
Okay.
I mean, $1 million store, I think, when we were there. I mean, dude, we did so much business. I mean, 8 o'clock in the morning, people trying to get in and stuff. I loved that, though. I really loved that because, and it wasn't about the tips. Like, I don't need your tip. Just buy the bud, and listen to your bud tenders, We sold a shitload of 710. They were one of them that had the first fridge. So we, had people coming in. But, just learning the different brands, the quality, and truly understanding the industry, understanding the customers. And like I told your wife, I had fucking people waiting for me. I had a dude one day, that motherfucker knows what he's talking about, man. You need to listen to him. And then you have all the other bud tenders going like, and it's like, shit. Like, and like I told her, like, dude giving me $20 tip, I'm like, don't do that. Put it in the jar. You gotta like show the love. Like, that's how it is. Making $1 less than the assistant manager. Like I could have went management there, but there was a kid and a dude, I should say, and I was helping out. I was like, dude, you take it, like go ahead. Because I'd been in management before down in Florida. I worked discount auto parts and was fucking miserable. And it's not like it's cool to lead people by example.
Yeah. What would you say your best day was in the industry, or whatever, and your worst, if you had to spit 2 out?
I mean, the best day was probably the first day, man. Doing something that, and again, that a lot of people harped on. Oh, it's federally illegal. Like, I don't fucking care, dude. I got the badge. I came out here. And this was the time where I got my license, I got everything. I had to switch everything. Like I sold my house one day in cash, by the way, in Florida. Luckily, thank you, Josh. Like, friends of friends. I worked at Verizon and I loved the guys that I worked with there. I was there for 11 years and worked with a lot of good dudes that I still talk to. I worked with my best friend who, isn't working there anymore. But, I'm very fortunate to that was my catapult out here. Between that and the wife was working for Starbucks, so it was either Denver or Portland. So, which I've been out to Portland too. Fucking beautiful. Love Oregon. Love Washington. And it's cool to see different plants out there, how they grow.
Sure.
Humidity.
Sure.
Things like that. But
worst day, you pivoted from the worst day. I can tell you want to be like Rosie, so you don't have to name names or anything. But like, seen any fucked up shit or anything? Like, what was the most fucked up shit you ever saw without naming names?
I mean, just the humanity, being at Native Roots and either people just going after each other physically one day, fighting, just like, come on, dude. Like, we're in the weed industry. Like, and, at the end of the day, and that's a good thing about being a bud tender. If your conversion rate sucks, dude, you got to work on that shit, man. I was almost 100%, dude. I don't give a fuck if you're buying, trim, pre-roll, whatever, man. You're my favorite customer. I mean, we had a homeless dude that would come in. I loved that dude. Like, got you, dude, over here. It's like, yeah, there's definitely more positives at times. It'll beat you down.
Sure.
This last run with the pickle driver kind of fucking, and I worked today 7 hours. They let me leave early. Thanks, guys. I mean, we bust ass. I mean, you know what's up, dude. I mean, really when it comes down to it, like GDL, look at your fucking quality, bro.
Well, I was
Like,
gonna say, you want to talk about host at all, or how you kind of came on the host team? And I will say, I mean, I'll speak for you, so you don't necessarily have to do it. But at our shop, we carried almost exclusively host because it was the best flower that I could find after sampling the marketplace while waiting for our garden to come online or come back. We would fill it in with host, and it was basically the best quality product I could find without going to 710 or Green Dot, the two premier brands in this state, which I'll have to argue really aren't that premier, because the premier brands are just charging more. They're moving way less units. It's not what you think it is. There's some good flower there, but my point being is, like, you could get the host flower on a wholesale cost for, like, you know, half of what the fuck you can get on these guys, and you're kind of challenging them in a way or whatever. But
I'll come buy the flower at your place. The Joint, Lakeshore Cannabis, I've been there. I love you guys. Like, I'll come fucking support. Like, Jason had Whopper on the shelf. Thank you.
Yeah, it was good.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
But you guys do really good work at house.
Yeah,
So that's going to say.
I
like,
mean,
it's a good.
Again,
good.
You have to walk the line on pride and understand that the same shit, like, a lot of people are going through, like the things that you went through, like, you know, this last time, like, you know, we're going through it. It's just like, dude, like, to have a good team, you've got your guys. Like, I love your guys too, man.
Team is everything.
Yeah,
we'll
dude.
Get you through it. Yeah.
Hell or high water, and at the end of the day, it's a very trivial business, and just man. You know, I got lucky. Don Super Loud, thank you. Like, love Don. I've known him since I moved out here. Met him at Cultivate, which, thank you, Chip. You know, Chip's a great guy.
Cultivate,
I mean, everybody knows Chip. Like, dude, really. I mean, I use growers cocoa. I mean, porosity's there.
Yeah.
It's there. I mean, you know, just it's you know. But yeah, Tyler had come in. I had worked for Clearwater, and shit didn't work out. And so he came in. I went and trimmed for Phil over at Space Station. Thank you, Phil and Dan. Good guys, you know, just to get back in the industry. Did the clear owner thing, and then kind of dipped out from there. And Tyler came into the store and was talking with Don, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'll do it. So I emailed him that same day. Tyler's like, damn, dude, like, you hit me. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, let's go. Like, let's go. So, you know, luckily I went in, saw the grow. You know, we've got 3 flower rooms, 1 veg. You know, if you want to look at the lights, you know, 55 lights per room, whatever. You know, like, I don't know, fucking 400 plants, you know, but it's not too much. Okay. It's not too much. And that's the thing is with these businesses, and I understand with investors that you need it, but these businesses get too big too quick, and then quality just goes to shit.
That's exactly right.
It goes to shit. Yep. And not only that, and if you don't fucking pay your guys. Like, again, like, pay your guys. Like, it's good to have one dude that kind of, and multifaceted, have an HVAC guy, you know, have one, you know, little things like that. But,
well, it's kind of unique that you guys are in a position where, in my opinion, in the perfect size warehouse, just to your point, where it's like, if you're not too big and your quality doesn't turn to shit like most of these huge scale farms do, but if you're too small, you can't compete in the marketplace. But if you're just the right kind of size, you can still grow high quality cannabis. And still kind of make that niche. But yeah, I would say you guys are one of few that are really doing well, like, in that area. Like, you're really got a high quality cannabis for that price point. You're smoking everybody, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's always a challenge, you know. And I didn't get into this shit for contest, but as business wise, yeah, let's fucking throw it down. Like, let's go, you know. And unfortunate we saw some of those go away, but, you know, there's some coming up, maybe, you know, some coming up and everything like that. And if you're down for that, I mean, I miss those events, like going and seeing you and all the other people. I mean, it's good to see, you know, these people again. COVID fucked up a lot of things, you know, and especially for people being so, like, you know, a lot of potheads are and it's good to get out and be that outie and celebrate, and even with contests, but, you know, to see your friends walk up and be so lit up and like, dude, look at what I did with your gear, and you being like, let's fucking smoke.
That's pretty fun. Yeah, it's kind of the best.
Yeah.
Are we going to do some free shit? I think you want to get some away, but before we do, I was going to ask you. I mean, we don't have to talk about it at all, but do you want to talk about the Green Dot situation?
Yeah, I mean, it like, dude. So, host. A couple years, it's probably been over a year ago. We had a sister grow Smith out in Massachusetts. They wanted some shit, so we ended up get some stuff from Clone Depot, which cool, whatever. One of them was Fortissimo, which is a
wholesale clone distributor.
Yeah, exactly. You can go on the interwebs and buy them too. They got the hazelnut cream cup, which is fucking fire, by the way. Yeah, thank you, Julian.
Verde, yeah.
Oh my god, that. Oh my god. And Mike, thank you, Mike. And cookies and cream and milk and cookies, etc. But so yeah, evidently, they breeze in some trademark bullshit, like phone call the other day, and we're like, like, come the fuck on, dude. Like, seriously,
so
like,
you were served cease and
I've
desist?
dealt with this fucking plant for a year. And Whopper has Han Solo burger in it too, but good lord, dude, the saving grace is it's 30% plus, and it's good. It's fucking good. It's like a sweet headband. The shit fucking throws down, but dude, like slow your roll, man. Like, we're giving you free marketing, and luckily, we're able to distribute throughout the state. It's all about spreading the love. That's free.
Isn't the trademark expired anyway?
Evidently.
So yeah, I'll just kind of clear it up a little if you didn't catch it, but yeah, so. Green Dot out here served a cease and desist to host for a strain Fortissimo that but obviously host was able to pick up through public wholesale channels and have grown it for over a year. Then they hit him with the cease and desist on the Fortissimo, and then the trademark for the name is not even valid or whatever. But it just kind of goes back to, this is Green Dot Dave, the owner of Green Dot, and I'm not going to put you in the middle of this. I'll speak directly.
But I mean, we
myself.
can rename it. But dude, when you rename it, like, and again, I'm to the point to where this shit's a commodity. I do care for patients, trust me, and I donate as much as I can. But at the end of the fucking day, dude, like, if you have a patient that knows that strain, like Banner, and either you're not selling it, like you're selling something else, or like, dude, you're doing.
You can't put it out in the wholesale market and then fucking try to do take backs. There's no take back season. I think all breeders know this, and I think Green Dot Dave would know this. And
I mean, you know that. I mean, good lord, we've talked about it, man. Like, how many different banners are there? And at the end of the day, it's like, thanks.
I mean, exactly. Everybody knows this. But what I'll say is, like I say, it's just kind of silly to me that they would try to enforce this. Because it just kind of shows.
It's frivolous. It's frivolous. It's like, dude, like, I mean, you can say, hey, man, where'd you get the cut? And we can go like, oh, Clean Depot. Oh, okay, thank you. Make a call over there would be the right thing and find out, or just be like, there's ways about it. If we were going it bad, it'd be one thing. But, bro, I mean, I just moved fucking 50 of those bitches in the flower like yesterday. So, chill, dude.
I take cease and desist as like fucking badges of honor. Like, when I get served cease and desists and restraining orders, believe it or not, for things I've never done in my life, I think they're fucking hilarious, and they should be made into things like T-shirts. And
we've talked about it.
I imagine there's a Green Dot Dave fucking T-shirt coming out soon or whatever. And I will say this personally, I've never gotten along with Green Dot Dave. He has potentially tried to troll me. He's buddies with the good old fucking Colin Gordon, our best friend around here. And he's just one of those fucking pieces of shit that won't go away.
I heard he takes hot dabs.
And yeah, I'm just gonna say, like, I don't really give two shits if anyone who wants to shit on Green Dot around here.
I mean, I've had his products. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, and everything. But at the end of the day, we're just a little dog.
I've been around for 20 years, and I think I'm a big deal. But that dude has been nothing but a dick to me from the very first day. And I've been nothing but nice to them. We set him up in his facility with all his seeds and everything, as dummy seed, whatever, to import his genetics and all the rest of that shit. And like I said, he's had shitty things to say about me for years. So when you told me that, I was just like, this guy remains a piece of shit, an elusive piece of shit to me. But I won't make you speak on it or host by any means. That's just my personal feelings, just to be clear. But yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting thing. That these are things that happen in the industry. Weird shit happens.
There's a lot of infighting. And there are a lot of groups. I mean, even amongst us and everything like that. There's it's an ocean. Yeah. It's an ocean, man. Like, just like, if you don't like it, paddle to California and overcharge motherfuckers. Then
don't release it if you don't ever want it out. Don't.
Yeah. I mean, that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. I mean, we understand that things get stolen and go out and everything, but Yeah, just be cool.
I put you on the ocean on that one. You're on the free shit now. So
Oh, okay.
Today, free shit. You got to send an email to darkhorsegeneticslive@gmail.com. And I'll let you take it away. What number of person? What's the number of person, and what do they have to write in the subject line?
Hey, let's do episode 169.
So 169th person.
There we go. And what was the other one?
What do you want in the subject line?
I don't know. Smoke a fatty.
Smoke a fatty in the subject line. The 169th person to write that to darkhorsegeneticslive@gmail.com will win what?
Do you want to do one or two?
It's up to you, boss.
I got enough for two, so
We can do two if you
And
wanna do
fatty
two.
can be with a Y or IE.
Spelling doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's all good.
We can do two if you want. If you're down.
Yeah. So
I'll send them for you. I'll cover your postage.
Oh no, I got it. I got to send some stuff out this week.
Right,
So
well,
yeah,
So
for sure. Yeah, I got
169th
people.
gets what?
It'll be two. So a full vial of the Tickle Burger. So if you like burger stuff and like grape pie.
Oh,
It's really good, and GMO as well. I've had a lot of people grow it. I don't have many pictures, but of course I do myself. If you go on my Instagram, man, I try to put everything up, go in the stories and everything. This is like my third account, and guys, you just got to pay for that little check. They stop fucking with you. And then the other one, which I don't have my glasses, but this is one that I made a couple years back. I didn't name a name, so like if y'all want to help name it too, which that would be pretty cool. But it's from Jaws, which we talked about Jaws. I've grown a few Jaws. Cool, nice dude. It's Fifth Alien, which is OG Kush 5K times Alien Kush F2. And I heard Fletcher say it the other day. I've always said road tar. He said like cold tar. Like it has that OG. That had that OG. So, and then speaking of Fletcher, I hit it with that Archive Rude Boy OG. And I had a dude up in the Pacific Northwest grow the Paul OG, and he got pink pistols. He was really so yeah. So
Nice.
Two of those.
Let's do another one then. And the second giveaway will be what number?
961.
I don't think we have 961 emailers. We usually get around 400.
325.
325. So the 325th person to email what?
Have fun.
Have fun. My man's positive. Have fun. We'll win what? The secondary one?
Same package.
Two of the same?
Yeah, two of the same. Two of the same.
Gotcha.
So.
Super dope giveaway. It's a fucking shit ton of seeds, man. So, yeah, you guys should get it.
Yeah, I mean, grow them, pop them, share them with your friends, dude. That's what's up, Like, if your friends want to grow good stuff, compare it, swap cuts. Like, I was saying, like, you grow that cut. Like, dude, that's what it's all about, like, community and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Before we get out of here, anything you want to shout out? Where can people find you? I know we've got your QR codes on screen the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, I live on Instagram. I just do the X for that, and then what's that? Seed Finder. I try to upload everything as far as either if I put it out for distribution. I do sell seeds. Just email me because Meta don't like that, and I'll get with you. It's affordable. I'm gonna hook you up, dude. And I'll give you swag too. So
The stickers are awesome. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, I'll hook you up. And there's always more coming. Just fun stuff. I mean, I take it from Daz because that dude is I mean, he makes all the swag. So we're all just chasing you, Daz.
He remains king of fucking merch, but I would say you're second, dude. You're definitely second. So.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate, everybody, and I appreciate you. Anyone that, and hey, I smoke commercial flower, guys. If I am, grateful Cultivation, I think, like they got some good shit. Like met with him, like they kicked me some stuff, and it doesn't matter what you grow with. You can grow with Athena, whatever can. I don't give a shit. Just grow good. And fucking flush your weed, guys. I'm sorry.
Do you want to have a 2-second debate on fucking flushing or not flushing your weed?
I flush my shit because...
Flush your weed, people. That's
but I mean,
2 seconds.
and dude, like I've grown living soil. I'm all about living soil for seeds. I love that. But even for weed. But dude, if you're using like heavy salts and stuff, just what's it gonna hurt? I mean, I like SLF 100 too, but like I like something just like a little heavier, you know. But yeah, man. Like you can get that white ash and all that. I mean, and really, guys, and for me, until I smoke your weed, like, you know, that's a big thing. And you know, you can show pictures and all that, and trust me, I make mids. I make plenty of mids. Good Lord. I mean, you know, I fucked up and fed what bird doo-doo to the Cinnamon Toast Times 88G13 hash plant, and y'all thought it smelled like piff and stuff. I was like, oh, okay. But, you know, fuck that up. But beautiful plants, though. Beautiful plants. But
The people are asking for your email. Sorry, I don't know why this is crooked on the screen, everybody.
Oh, my email? So, real easy. It's just MEOWSTRAPSEEDS
There you go.
And it's also on Instagram. If you go to Instagram and contact, it's there. But yeah, I mean, you can ask me anything. And again, when it comes to transparency, if you don't know the cultivars you're fucking with, like, come on, dude, don't buy seeds from these S1 motherfuckers. and people like that, like really, you know, pay for the seeds. I saw someone saying something about you were charging a little too much, but I've grown that banner. I grew that clone, and that's when I wanted to come on the show because that's a good fucking plant. It was so easy to grow, and again, it had like that original diesel. Like I was like, oof, I love that because like I had that ROM diesel from Cali, that bag seed one Christmas, and grew that shit out. Yeah, it hurt, but the weed was good.
Yeah. I guess that's it. You want me to, before I get in, you got anything else?
No, just thank you, Jason. Thanks everybody who like in the chat and stuff. I'm in the chat too, you know, talking shit to him, and I appreciate, you know, you and your wife and congratulations on everything. And seeing this guy happy, man, it fucking makes me so happy. Like, dude, it makes me so happy. And your son's so fucking cute.
I do gotta say this real quick. Your wife gave us like the most awesome fucking gifts, like handmade fucking blankets, and like they're so fucking soft. We still use them today. I'm pretty sure that your wife's blankie that you gave my son is going to become his blankie for life, which is pretty cool.
That's what's up,
but
dude.
yeah, we really appreciate it.
Man.
Like super dope gifts. Say thanks to your wife once again.
Yeah,
and,
Kathy, I love you,
Kathy.
and Grandma Marge and my boys,
Grandma Marge,
baby Billy and Keith, my Frenchies, which they have a YouTube as well. So like if you want to see them, love my boys, you know, as your dog lover, you know, just man.
What's the YouTube for the dogs, dude? I'm curious. Shout it out.
Ooh, Keith. I think it's the YouTube may be Keith and Baby Billy's World. But you can always hit me up for that, and then or just the Google machine as well works pretty well. You know, just with and especially with any of the stuff that I made, the way the Google AI is working now, it picks it up. Yeah. Yeah, my wife does that, so you know I appreciate. You know, family's cool, man. My wife's tolerated me. I drove my sister and my mom fucking crazy. Hi, Tammy and Mom in Augusta, Georgia. But you know, there's a lot more to it. I don't want to cry.
No, you're good.
You know, but yeah, man, I appreciate everybody, you know, and at the end of the day, this is a cool hobby, you know, and we can help people. And
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on, man. I really do. Yeah, it's really awesome, man.
Thank you.
Before we get out of here, I just wanted to say real quick, because I kind of forgot off the top of the show, but thank you everybody for the Night Owl drop. The Night Owl drop was like fantastic, and Daz was super generous and kicked in like a free pack for the Sea Bazaar people if they made orders, and you guys fucking slammed the orders, man. And we just got them all out. Well, we got them out like a week ago, but you should all have them by now. But I just wanted to say thank you guys for like all the orders for real. That was awesome. Thank you, Daz, for including us on that drop. And yeah, like I say, I'm glad we could get Daz's drop to go off. Like he was stuck a little bit, so I'm happy to help him. But more than anything, I just want to say thank you to everybody from my family to yours for all those orders. That was really humbling and awesome. So, yeah, thank you guys very much. We will try to be back same bat time, same bat channel next week. If we're not here for some reason, check that new backup channel. And, yeah, peace. Later, everybody. I need to make an outro video. We used to have outro video. No more outro video. Peace, everybody.